Hey folks, I just wanted to thank my my followers and viewers. So here's the progress video on the AMT White Western Star. As you can see, at this point I've got the chassis pretty much completed. The cab and the hood are pretty much in, they're just sitting there just mocked up, so I can show you all the like the interior detail and all the little knickknacks and such. Anyway, so the color that I did is a Rust-Oleum deep mint. I got the idea for this truck based on a 1974 white White Western Star that I found online that was off of an equipment auction site, and it was in the same mint green or turquoise color. So that's where I got the idea for the color. One of the differences is the real truck had the disc wheels, where mine has the Daytons. I just, for some reason, just thought the Daytons would look more appropriate on it, given the generation of the truck. So a lot of trucks back then had those. So this one would be no exception. The engine is a Cummins NTC 350 small cam engine. You can see it sitting in there nicely between the frame rails. You can see that I dirtied it up some. It's had some soot spots, some oil spills, you name it. Got it rusted out exhaust. The engine and the radiator gave me troubles last night when I was putting them in. I was having fit issues, and the front mount, I was having trouble getting the engine to secure up front. The radiator would not fit between the rails, so I ended up having to sand on one side, and it took a little bit of sanding, but as you can see right there, that's where I sanded. Wherever paint got taken off, I just decided to add some rust effects. I actually thought that came out pretty well. Anyway, so here's the cab. I just finished putting on the rooftop hardware and the the air conditioning unit. She looks pretty good there. There's the lube refiner. I didn't like the chrome, so I just repainted it in a aluminum color, give it more of a weathered, realistic look. I even added some grime on there. And yeah, there's the rooftop AC painted in white. I got the air box there painted in white too. Did some dirtiness, or some dirtying up. Did some light weathering on the bottom of the cab too. Just some road grime there. There's the firewall all dirtied up, the underside of the cab. So let's get to the chassis here, and there's the Cummins engine with the 16-speed Spicer. I, of course, dirtied it up there, and let's go ahead and show off the battery there inside the battery box. You can see I did some rusting in there. I got the tanks on. The straps and the steps were painted in the mint green. The real truck was like that too. So like I said, a lot of my ideas were off that real truck. Okay, there's the rear suspension and the wheels there. I blacked out one of the wheels really good. There's your mud flaps. I still need to weather them. I did some weathering on the brackets there, but I'm going to also dirty up the flaps themselves with the Western Star logos. And you can see I got the fifth wheel blacked out right there. Kind of looked like dried up grease that was spread on there. Maybe I'll actually put some grease on it to just further add that realism. There's the long fuel tank on the right there. Did some dirtying there. I rusted it out on the back. And there's the exhaust collector pipe there. I used some craft paint like I've been doing from Walmart. That's two colors there. It's what is it? It's burnt umber and some kind of a brownish red color. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that's what I used to rust out the exhaust and the turbo, exhaust manifold, water manifold. You can see that I added some more rust effects on the engine, some dirtiness from road grime, oil leakage, stuff like that. The radiator hose here, I need to bend it some so that I can glue it onto the surge tank of the radiator. So yeah, no, I did some rusting there. You know, I thought it would look good anyway. And then here is the front bumper. The front bumper, like the real one, matches. I liked that. I thought it would look good. So you can see I did some rusting on the front of the radiator there. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip her over so you can see underneath the chassis. And never mind that. So there's the underside of the chassis, and as you can see, more weathering, rust, you know, you name it, road grime, all that good stuff. I painted to give the wheels a more used look. I threw some it's a color called pavement from Apple Barrel from Walmart. So I just did that to kind of give the tires a more used up look. You know, looks good to me. So yeah, there's the bottom of the 16-speed tranny there and the Cummins. So yeah, that's how the chassis looks on this truck. More rust on the rear suspension there. Wait till you see the interior. Let's get that interior tub out of the cab. Give me a second. Okay, get it out. Okay. All right, so here's the interior. Here's the interior of the truck. As you can see, I painted the door panels and the walls a medium gray color. The real truck had painted gray metal interior. There's the dashboard. I painted the the instrument panel a nutmeg brown color, and then I colored in the gauges with black marker. It's hard to see here, but I added my own, here we go, you can kind of see it there. I added my own little silver knobs with a silver marker there just to add some more realism. There's the back side of the firewall there, right behind the engine. You can see the seats were painted in a semi-gloss black to replicate that black leather look. Of course, you can't mistake that steering wheel. But yeah, that's how the real truck was looking inside, and that's what I went with. It looks really good. In fact, we'll go ahead and look inside the cab. You can see that I've painted the inside of the cab that same gray color. And that's, like I said, that was pretty common back in those days. That's how they did those old trucks. Yep, so that's the interior. We're pretty much ready to just install it permanently and call it done and move forward. I did decide that this truck will be pulling a flatbed, so at some point I'll get a flatbed trailer for it. I may have it haul a piece of construction equipment, not too sure yet. We'll figure that out soon. Oh, it looks like I knocked off my exhaust collector, no big deal. Right, real quick, there's the drive shaft. It's sitting in there nicely. So yep, I'm almost done with this White Western Star, and once that is done, I'll get the slideshow video up, and I hope you folks enjoy it. So hope you enjoy this video. Talk to you soon.